Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to add new work logs to a project. And then at the end, once all the work logs have been completed, how to sign a project off and create a summary. So, first of all, let's find our new project. So there it is at the top, our active Gaffa Offices project. So we click on that there, we're given the description of everything that we can edit in that project, and we need to find the work log there. Now, obviously there's no logs being entered into the work log, but there will be shortly. And then beneath that you can see that there's no record found in the actual work log, and then we can see that the work log is split into two separate areas, and that's additional works. And the reason for that is that we can add additional works to the work log, i.e. work which we hadn't quoted for, work which has been extra. And that means we can record that separately. It gives us the ability to see how much extra work we've done, and then if necessary charge accordingly. So let's just add a new work log. Okay, so this is the page to add a new work log. Now, the information it requests are the name and the details of the staff on site, and that's taken from the staff attendance record up there, the date that the work was undertaken, how many hours were worked on that particular day, a brief description of the work that was undertaken, and then it gives you the ability to add images to that work log, which can be then viewed in the gallery. In the top right hand corner here, you can also see there's an additional works button. So if any of the information within this work log is an addition to what you've quoted for, you can click the additional works button, and that will be recorded separately in the work log. So let's just add a member of staff to a work log. So let's pick Jerry Smith. Okay, and let's just say that Jerry's attended this property on Monday the 17th. And on Monday the 17th he did 8 hours worth of work, and the brief description of the works were hacked off plaster. Okay, and we're given the opportunity to add some images there. So let's add an image of Jerry hacking off some plaster. There we go. Okay, now this was work that we planned to do, so it wasn't additional work, so we will click that button, and then we're going to click Save Entry. And there, presto, we've got a new work log. We've got Jerry Smith, there's Jerry's picture. Jerry Smith on the 17th of the 9th, 2018, he did 8 hours worth of work, and he hacked off the plaster. And if you click the little view button down there, you can go into that work log in a little bit more detail. You can see the image of Jerry hacking off the plaster. Whether this was additional works or not, no. You can edit it if you need to. You can also delete it. Okay, let's just go back. Just as an example now, because a work log's been edited into it and there's been an image added to it, if we go to the image gallery, you can see there that we've got an image gallery which is split between gallery images, work log images, additional work log images, and accident log images. And you can see that that image that Jerry added in his work log is now recorded. Okay, that just saves you having to go through each individual work log to look at the pictures. So let's add another work log. Okay, add another work log there. And let's pick some members of staff. Now, you don't have to have a new entry for each member of staff. You may have teams of people around, so 2, possibly 3 people on site each day. That would mean having to replicate the same work log 3 times. So you can actually tag new members of staff in it. So let's just say both Jerry and Gary were on site that day. Okay? And let's just say they were there on Tuesday the 18th, and they both did 8 hours worth of work. And let's give them a description of the work that they undertook. Let's just put replastering walls. Okay? We're also given the ability to add some images. So these images would generally be taken on your mobile device, like your tablet, etc. And let's just add an image there. Okay, we've got an image of Jerry and Gary replastering. So we're not going to click the additional works because again we've quoted to do this. It was part of what we said we'd go and do. And we click Save That Entry. So now on the work log, what you'll see is in date order, both Gary and Jerry have been added to the work log. And they spent 8 hours each replastering walls. If we click on it, we can see a little bit more information if there was any more, and an image. But we don't necessarily need to click on the work log to see the image because it's actually shown in the image gallery. And there it is there. Okay, so let's add some more work to the work log. So some new members of staff. We had 3 people today. Let's just say Simon, Howard, and James are all there. Okay. And the date that they were there Tuesday, so let's say they were there on Wednesday the 19th, and they all did 8 hours of work each. Let's just say they built new internal walls. Okay, we're given the ability to add some images to the internal walls. Let's have a look. Find somebody building a wall. Yeah, that's a good image. We'll have that one. So we've had Simon, Howard and James there building some new walls on the 18th. We're going to click save that entry, and again you can see that these people have been added simultaneously to the work log in date order. 8 hours built some new internal walls. There was an image there, but we don't have to go into the work log to view the image because we can see it in the image gallery. Okay, now let's just say we were going to do some work on the property and it was extra work. This was work that we hadn't quoted for, so let's add a new work log. Okay, let's pick some members of staff. Let's pick Clive and Barry. Okay, let's say Clive and Barry were there actually on the Thursday the 20th, and let's just say that they did 8 hours of work each and they did second fix joinery. Okay, I had some images into that second fix joinery. That's a good image there of Clive. Add Clive. Now let's just say this was additional work. We hadn't gone to do the second fix joinery, but the client requested that we do so. So we're going to click that box up there for additional works. Now we're going to click this save entry. So they're added to the work log, but they're not added up there in the daily work log. They're actually added into here, into the additional works, because that was extra work. So we can see that Barry and Clive have both done some additional work. They did additional work on the 20th of the 9th, 2018. They did it 8 hours each, and they were doing second fix joinery. So now if we go back to the gallery, you can see that those images again are recorded under additional works. Okay, so we can see what additional works have been done. Okay, that's work log. We'll just add one more in there and pick a member of staff. And let's pick Howard. We're just going to pick one Howard, and let's just say he went on Friday. We'll also say Howard did 8 hours work Friday, and let's just put roofing works. Now we can say that we've already quoted for the roofing works. Let's have a look. Must have a better picture of Howard. That one will do there. Howard's doing some roofing work, and we can see Howard now. Howard has been added on the 21st of the 9th doing 8 hours of roofing work. Okay, so that there is an overview of the works log. So let's go back and say that we wanted actually that project is all complete, and we're going to sign that off. So it's no longer a project which is active, it's a project which is going to be complete. So I'm just going to refresh that for a second because my button's missing. Go back in, there it is there, sign off project. So we're going to click the sign off project button now. And at this point we'll be asked for all the information to complete the project. So enter the date that it's complete. Let's just say he did it on the 21st. And it was Simon, wasn't it, that did the roofing work, so he's completing the project off. So he's completed on the 21st, signed off by Simon. And it gives us a little checklist there, just prompting us to make sure that everything's complete. So has all the work been completed as per specification? Yeah. All the tools and equipment removed from site? Yeah. All the waste removed from site? All hired plant tools and equipment have been returned? Health and safety paperwork completed and warning signs displayed? Yeah. Client present, satisfied? Yeah. Additional labour used during the work recorded? Yeah. Keys returned and the property left safe and secure? Yes. Okay. Any notes or comments that we want to put in there at the end of the project? Let's just put everyone's happy. Okay. And then we can sign the project off. So we're going to sign this off as Simon. This you would just do with your finger on a mobile device. Simon. And sign off. Fantastic. So we can see there that the status of the project has now changed to complete. Okay, and now our previous sign off button has now been changed to a view the summary button. Okay, so if I click the view the summary button here, okay, now it gives us a summary of all the work undertaken on that project. So we've got the Gaffa offices, the reference number, the date was signed off, the description of the work which was in need of repair, project has been signed off when and by whom, and there's his signature. There's the description of the checklist at the end, and then it gives us a work log. So we did a total of 56 hours worth of work with Jerry, Gary, Simon, Howard, James and Howard. The dates that this work was undertaken and the hours the work was undertaken, in addition to the details of this work. They're the items edited in the description. Then we've also got the additional works area here, which is 16 hours. With the names of the members of staff that have undertaken that additional work. So we can see here that Barry and Clive did some additional work, 8 hours each doing second fix joinery, so that was 16 hours. We didn't edit anything into the snagging list or materials list, and we've got a selection of the gallery images here. So what we can do is we can click that export button up there, or the get PDF button. If we click the get PDF button, that simply allows us to print a copy of this summary. And if we click the export button here, what that does is it's going to prepare all those details there, the images, the documents and everything to do with that project, and it's going to download it to our computer as a zip file. We can then take that zip file away from the Gaffa app and store it anywhere on our server. Okay, so basically that is how to edit a work log and sign off a project upon completion. And if you'll notice, when we go back to the home screen here and we go through and we look through our list of projects, you'll notice that all these are active projects, and the project of the Gaffa offices that we've just been working on has been complete. So we now need to look under complete, click for the search button, and you can see there that that was our project there. Okay, thank you very much.